Hi, welcome to my latest designer diary. Um, so the last few weeks I've been talking a lot about adventures, and so what we've created, we've got. So these are my hottest titles at the moment. The hottest one there is Ruinous Explorations, which is my Worlds Without Number compatible uh, solo rules. But the three Worlds Without Number adventures are the first one was the Ruined Keep, the second one was the Deep, and the third one released this week was the Infected Village. And what I've been doing with those is we've really got this emphasis coming up now on the VTT maps. Um, so I've got obviously the description, I've got the level in there, and then examples of the maps. And below that, we've now got a footer for the Worlds Without Number. Um, so this will fill up. There's another adventure in this series to go in here, and then I've got some more waiting in the folder for layout, and that will fill up that bar quite nicely. I'm also about to insert between the description and the maps just a little block to explain that this is part of a series and they can be played one after the other or dropped in, but they're related adventures, and I will list them in there, and there'll be a little block of extra content in the product description. So I've been talking of adventures while we're still on the subject of adventures. Uh, I've released two D&D 5e adventures, The Raven and the Spectral Bell Tower. I did say last week that I was going to start work on a mystery adventure. Uh, Now I'm in a situation where I've got so many things I'm really want to work on that something had to give, and so I've pushed the mystery adventure back because I don't think that's a problem. Most adventures take less time to write than they take to play. So if you know if that one doesn't come out straight away, people are probably still playing other adventures, even if they just wanted to play mine, which I can't believe anyone does that. Um, so where if you bang out adventures week after week, you generally see a tailing off in sales because people won't have completed playing the first adventure when you release the second, and they won't have completed the second when you release the third. So you kind of what you do is you get a spike with the first one, and then a long tail as people, when they are ready, will buy up the others. So you're creating a long tail there. Um, so I finished the Worlds Without Number rules. I'm now writing up my Ghost Op rules. Now, I'm a big fan of Ghost Ops. Whenever my face-to-face group gets together, but someone can't make it, I run a Ghost Ops mission for them. It uses the fudge system, which is a really elegant system. If you're not familiar with it, you have an adjective ladder, so it kind of average, good, great, going up. Um, so if you're a good marksman, but it's going to require a great shot, then you basically have to roll like a +1 on your dice roll, or use maybe add a scope to your rifle, and that might give you a +1, moving you from good to great. Um, so it's a really simple system, but the bell curve on the dice is massively in favour of having an absolutely null result. You've got a range of results from -4 to +4, but the the real central thing is always going to be an absolute null result. The pluses minuses cancel out, or you roll no results at all, um, which is difficult in pure mechanical terms for how do you create you uh, sort of random tables, which are going to generally be no result. Um, I've always played it using when I play it solo. I play it with a JavaScript tool and lots of sort of random elements using JavaScript, so I can just ignore the fudge dice. but that's not going to cut it for a set of solo rules. So I've been writing those up, and I'm creating random tables now uh, of sort of themed ideas for the kind of open oracle for it. But yeah, so I've got Ghost Ops is in progress. I don't think that'll be ready for next week, but in the meantime, I've been doing some stuff with uh, Game Master screens for solo. Now, I've got one which is based upon the public domain Barsoom John Carter of Mars novels, and I've kind of used. Now, if I just swap the view back a second, there I am. Right. I hope these show up okay because the sun's a bit glary today. So these are the landscape ones. So I've these are so this is a table for creating sort of talents. There's an oracle of random words. This extends that oracle. All the art is public domain on these. Um, so this is for sort of challenges. It's designed to be used alongside John Carter of Mars, but putting the solar oracles onto a physical screen. Sort of difficulties. That's the yes no oracle there. It's not going to show up very well on these. Um, that's the landscape one. Now I've currently got there's a that's the same thing but in portrait. My GM screen isn't US letter format. It's a bit squarer than that. So they're designed to fit in with uh, the drive-through screen. So you can use a drive-through screen with those panels. I will probably release that next week, and that's bought me a bit more time uh, to write up and lay out these ghost op rules and make the kind of random oracles and muses and things for that. So yeah, I've got loads of stuff. The my little white books. These ones down here, the Storycraft, mystery play, solo play, and horror play. I was requested a sci-fi book, and I've been thinking about that, and I've got half a draft manuscript for that. So that's another thing that's clamoring for uh, my attention at the moment. So if you I'm looking at a list here of what my 10 hottest titles, and you know, four of them have been released in the last 4 weeks, which is what you'd expect because they've just had the newsletter mail outs and they've been on the drive-through homepage and everything. And then I've got two sort of classics up here, the platinum bestsellers, and there's a gold bestseller, but that's nearly platinum. That had a deal of the day, um, you back at the beginning of the summer, so that can justify. But this big block of the white titles, these are proving to be regular bestsellers. And just off the screen, can you see there's you, the 11th bestseller is the fifth one in that series. So it would be silly of me not to finish this draft for the sci-fi book and add that into the sequence. Um, so yeah, I've got lots. I've got Ghost Ops and the sci-fi book clamoring for my attention. So my last adventure has um, it's been pushed back in the cycle. Uh, yeah, so that's it. It's one of those kind of really busy weeks. If you've been watching my Pathfinder series, there was no Pathfinder Adventures last Friday, mainly because I spent Friday in a sort of Gale Force 9 to 11 blow wrestling, electric fencing, and trying to keep horses in. So I was not in the situation to um, play the game on Friday, but it will be back this week. So yeah, I'll get that out Friday afternoon. Okay. So that's it. That's it for today. Yeah, thank you for watching.